Hey guys, my name is Manish Kumar. I work in a IT company. I am having around 10 plus years of experience on Microsoft Stack. I I did my BCA degree from IGNU, that is Open University. Then I also did my MCA from Open University, that is Sikkim Manipal University. Now, see, we are creating these videos to help out freshers as well as experienced guys, which are on maybe 3 to 4 years of experience, and they are really lacking on their technical skills, also the personality skills. Due to this lockdown, we just thought about that why not utilize this time, whatever free time we have, we are not going out, and try to create this series of videos to help out peoples which are who are really looking for some help, whether it is about mentorship, it is about helping in the project, or few suggestions required to them in their career guidelines. Then if they are looking for suggestion related to whether they should go for this certification or not, so we all be providing this suggestion because of our experience. Where of course. Whatever I will be saying, this is completely my thought. It is nothing has to do with anyone, or it may not be completely true as well, because what I would be saying, that is as per my experience. What other people in this video say will be telling according to their experience, but do believe they are really good at their work, and they have experienced everything what you are experiencing right now. So I have just created few points that where especially freshers really lacking, or maybe there's you may be saying this is a myth buster. So first and foremost is the English, whether English is really required to crack an interview. See, since see English, when if you are going for any client facing role, then of course this is 100% is required, because there will be only one way of communicating to the client, that would be English. So that is very much required, and that is the first and foremost thing we'll be looking out from you. But when you are not going for that client facing role, then of course this will come as a secondary, as long as you could convey your thought, whatever you want to say, you could convey it. Is I think everybody have at least a graduate or postgraduate. They have studied it in English only, so they must know. I think everyone knows how to speak English. Maybe you may not be fluent, but at least you could tell yourself, convey yourself that what you are really thinking of. So if you could convey yourself, it is good. And succeed the best way to improve your English, go for a novel. Start reading novel. You will get many vocabulary, and the basically of sentence framing a sentence will really be improved for you. So go for reading it, even if you do not like reading long, because every novel has a long story. So if you do not want to go any English book, even a newspaper, or any magazine in English, you could read. You will really learn framing the sentences. So yes, you can work on it in this way. Then the aptitude. See, aptitude could consist of many parts. It consists of reasoning, consists of English, mathematics. There are several things included in aptitude. So see, if you're going as a fresher, that of course this is required in many companies. Few companies really do not care about it, or they will do not have such first. First. A barrier to pass is the aptitude test. They do not have such, but many companies do have. So you better be prepared for this. Even see, it doesn't mean that you see, if you are, suppose you are not good at maths, so wow, try to improve it. If you are not able to improve much, you whichever part you are strong at, improve on that. I mean, work on that. Like if you are good at English, study English. Aptitude has several parts. Ultimately, you have to achieve the final marks. That suppose that the aptitude is of 100 marks, then out of 100, maybe 80 is the cutoff mark. So maybe you will maximum score you could do it from in English only. If you are good at reasoning, you can score much in reasoning also. So whichever is strong point, go for it, and whichever is weak point, just do work on it. This is my experience, that what I have done. Then another is, see, your technical skill. How will you improve your technical skill? See, creating small programs like printing asterisks, printing triangle of asterisks, right, left, center. So this is all okay. This is the initial level. But when you go for interview, see, when 10 people are coming, eight people will be answering these all things. It will be same for all, but what would be the cracking point? If you know something more better than them or more than them, of course your chances really increases. So for increasing your chance, make a project. See, if you are creating small programs, it will give you knowledge of related to that chunk of programs. But end to end, I mean start to end, knowledge of any project, any life project. So see, whatever website you see on the internet, try to replicate it. Maybe a one module of the project you try to replicate in your local system, try developing it. See, once you start developing it, you will face many problems. You don't even know how this will be done. You search on the internet how it is done, how to learn. Of course you will get the help from internet, Stack Overflow, Code Project. There are a number of websites available on internet. So suppose I just give you the name of like a Facebook, like Twitter. You see just the first page, go for login page, and once you log in, see your wall. Your Facebook wall has a right pane, left pane, upper body. Then you have a text box. Then it is a wall. Once you click on the reply, text box appears. If you there is if there are more comments, more than maybe 10 comments, then there is a hyperlink, see more, something like that. You create it. For template, you will get many free HTML templates on internet. You download it, replicate these websites on your local. You learn many things. If you really need some help or you're looking for mentor, do comment on the comment box of our YouTube channel. We'll make sure you get the help. We are also our future plan is also creating some network of students, wherever you are looking for help, or any of us will be replying on it, and we'll make sure you get the help. Then introduction, see, you should have a good introduction, because that starts from for your interview. I mean, interview starts from that introduction. So introduction have two parts. One is academic qualification and another is professional qualification. And then since if you are fresher, you do not have a professional experience, but you do have a academic. You talk about your latest degree first, then go for previous degrees, and then tell about what you have really done. If you have done any extra thing apart from your academic, then do mention it. Like I just mentioned, this is create a project, make a project in your local system, you learn. So you once you mention this such projects in your interviewer will only ask you about this. Most probably will be interested to know that how did you create your project. And see, more than solving a question, your attitude really matters. That what is your approach to solve a problem? If your attitude is good, you will be your attitude is positive, then you are a good candidate to be hired. No matter whether you could be able to solve the program completely or not, but if your attitude or approach is good, positive, you are a good candidate to be hired. So keep the positive attitude. no matter you get rejected from the interviewer, get rejected from by any interviewer or any interview, you try to uh, what's it called introspect at the end of the day, that what went wrong. The question that I have been asked, did I answer well, or it could have been more better. So uh, write those questions, then search about those questions, what could be the suitable answer for this. You will definitely get something that yes, this thing got wrong, and this was the right thing. Then see, you should have a good network. We have a very good professional network as a LinkedIn. Create a profile on your LinkedIn, add people, add as many connection as you could. Once you're creating more connection, you see every nowadays even recruiter contact people from LinkedIn only, because on the LinkedIn you have a complete profile of the candidate, and you a recruiter can see that whether he is doing something apart from the academics or not, or your skills suitable for their requirement or not. So recruiter do contact on LinkedIn. So create a good profile on LinkedIn, add people on LinkedIn, add HR, add recruiter, add a technical person, follow companies, because once company posts something related to recruitment or any advertisement also, related to their company, you will be receiving it and you will be seeing it. These all the things, see, if you follow these all the things, no one can stop you. And of course, positive attitude is really required. You have to be positive. See, everything happens for something happens. If something is happening, then there are some part of it is negative, some part of it positive. You have to grasp the positive thing. See, it is not, I'm not just preaching that you have to grasp the positive thing, but you have, at least you should be able to see, okay, this thing has happened, what could be the possible things, what could be the positive thing that happened. See, you got rejected from the interview. You would say that okay, what is positive in it? See, yeah, it is true that for you, if you could have been selected, it could have been positive, but if you are rejected, it is not positive for you. But see, if you are rejected, you are rejected. Now you have no way but to find the positive thing. You find that, did you get anything from this interview? Did you get any question? Did you get to know that where you went wrong? So see, if you are able to find these things in next interview, you will not be making such mistakes again, and you will really through the next interview. One more thing, even on the Facebook, you will find number of what's up number of groups which really people and recruiter post jobs, freshers jobs there. So everyone posts there, so you will find number of Facebook groups there. Even LinkedIn also have groups. You can join it and create a good network. So I think that's it. uh, I think I have covered almost everything what I could thought of. And yes, one more thing. The oops. Oops is very much important. See, I just give you a heads up that what definition you are giving as a fresher. You are talking about oops, and what definition is given by 4 years of experience and 10 years of experience. There has to be difference. Your question should start with what is this? When you are a fresher, your question should start what? It always start with what? Okay, oops. What is oops? What is C sharp? What is this operator? Something like that. Once you grow with your knowledge or your experience, your question should also change. Your question should change. How it is done. If it is an operator, how it is operator, how C sharp, I mean, I'm just taking the one of the language, C sharp or Java, any language you could consider, or C, C++, how this operator, how this thing is being done. If you see the loader on the Facebook page, once you click on the show more, how it is being done. So your questions should go from what to how. Now, as your experience is increasing more, your question again should change to why. I mean, why means, okay, there is a way of doing things. If someone has used, you must know about singleton pattern, singleton design pattern. Okay, singleton has been used. Why this only? Why singleton only? Why something else cannot be used here? So something like that. Your question should start with why. Sorry, your question should start with what, why, and then how. Once you are, see, if you are reaching from what to why and why to how, then you do believe uh, you are really learning. And the oops, see, I just give you one simple question, I mean, few questions that I do think about it. See, why oops? Why oops means procedural language was already there, then why should I use oops? People would say that yeah, it is handy, it maps a real time entity. Yeah, that is all okay. But being an, suppose I'm an end user, being an end user, what am I getting? I'm not getting anything. You are coding in procedural language. You are coding in oops language. I don't care. I need the end result. End result is not changing at all. So why? Another quick question is, interface only has a the method declaration. Once I implement it, I again have to declare it and give the implementation. So if I am not receiving anything from interface, why should I use interface? People would say multiple inheritance, so and so. I My question still exists. Why should I use multiple inheritance? You are using interface, but through interface I'm not receiving anything. I have to write my code again. I mean, I have to implement the method. If I have to implement the method, I have to write everything, signature to implementation. Why should I use interface? So these are two questions. You think about it, you'll really get to know that why this, and you do believe it does have an answer. It is not like in multiple inheritance, and for the oops also, it is not like it is handy. What end, being an end user, what are you going to get through oops? Think about it and see. If you do have any question, this is our video channel. Well, you could write your question. We will make sure we will answer you. Okay, till then, happy learning. See ya.